I've audited over 50 startup websites last year, and there are usually 5 things I check to see if a founder is serious about design or not. Most startups fail at number 3, and it's costing them new users every single day. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how I walk through a website during a UX audit and how you can avoid the same mistakes as the others. My name is Nick, and I'm the founder and lead designer at Grauberg, and we help AI and tech startups to glow up their website and their products. And one of our services is the UX audit. And as I said in the beginning, last year I did about 50 of them, and a few things come up during every audit. So I just want to show you on a live example how I review those websites and what I'm looking for specifically. These 2,000 euro audits are not about making things pretty, but making sure everything works. And in order to do that, I usually check 5 things. So let's dive in and see how it works. So this is a website that requested a UX audit. And the first thing for every audit is the 5-second check. So on the hero section, so the first section you see, what can I see in the first 5 seconds? And the main question I always ask is, do I know what they're doing in the first 5 seconds? And here it says AI-powered study tools for students. That's a great description of the service, but what's missing is what's in it for the student. If I'm a student and I read this, I don't know what's in it for me. I might have problems studying, or I might not find the right tools online to help me do that. And here I don't feel like my pain points are properly addressed. Also in the first 5 seconds, I'm looking for product demos or any way how I can see how the tool looks like, which I'm missing as well. What's definitely good are the logos of big universities. This definitely helps. The last thing I'm looking for is, what does it say on the call to action button? It says start studying free. I don't know about that because I'm already studying for free. I just want to get some help with that. So there's definitely some improvement here. So the second thing I check during a UX audit are trust signals. Do I actually trust the startup that they can deliver on their promises? And usually you do that by showing testimonials, big logos, case studies, and so on. So let's look at this website. As mentioned before, they have a good trust signal here by showing students from global universities. And here they actually have a testimonial section. Yeah, this is a good trust signal actually, specifically for B2C software. But looking at or arriving at the bottom of the website, these are the only 2 trust signals I found. Ideally, you can add a lot more, and not just testimonials and logos, but even case studies or ways how others use your software builds a lot of trust. And then even simple things like a picture of your team or something that shows you're a real person and not just a random website template. These things already help. So here on this website, I would actually suggest to add more trust signals like ways how to use Curio. And you could even add some recordings of other people walking through the app or trying out Curio in their specific way and style of learning. There are a lot of creative ways how you can build more trust. The third thing that I'm checking during a UX audit, and this is where most startups fuck up, is the action clarity. You have a call to action, and this needs to be crystal clear what value you're getting if you push it, because otherwise people will not click it. And another thing is that the call to action that needs to be pressed should be very clear. If you have 5 different call to actions, you will lose a lot of conversions. So let's look at this website again. Here the main call to action is start studying free. As mentioned, I'm already studying. I would love to see what value I'm actually getting here. Since this is an AI-powered study tool, you could say something like create study materials in less than 5 minutes, or because it says here, upload your first PDF in 2 minutes. So a good structure is do something and then amount of time. But be careful, you have to say an amount of time that is actually realistic. If you say fix your finances in 5 minutes and then it actually takes a 10-minute onboarding to do that, you will lose a lot of trust. But going on to the rest of the website, I see another call to action here, get started. That's a weak button P because I don't know what I want to get started with. And again, it doesn't really show any value. Another thing up here is get Android app, which to me is a different call to action. And you want to limit it to one main action on your landing page. And then arriving at the end of the website, there is no call to action, which is also a problem because especially when someone scrolls down, even on a mobile, they wanna take action, but they have to scroll way up to find the right button again. And those are nuances that if you send 100 visitors on your website, they will cost you 10% of those users. And so those are the tiny little things that you can also think of when it comes to call to actions. Well, the fourth thing that I look for during a UX audit is the product preview. When I'm looking at a website, I want to get an idea of how the product looks like and what it can do for me. So I look at those websites and look for demos or ways how I can use it. And yeah, just some screenshots as here. A screenshot in general is not the best idea because I want to see the tool in action, but it's a good start. How it works is always a great section because specifically for new startups and tools that are adding new user behaviors, it's always nice to explain how it actually works. And this also builds trust. So yeah, I think they're doing quite a good job here. They show the software. Yeah, they even show how the file management looks like. Those are boring things, but if you know that studying with ChatGPT or other AI tools can get annoying because you don't have that file management, then this is a good selling point. But again, these are just screenshots. Ideally, you can make a simple animation or just record video and upload it here. But overall, I would say they're doing quite a good job explaining the software. The fifth and last thing I look for during a UX audit is the onboarding experience, because it's a new tool and I don't know how to use it yet, so a good onboarding can help bridge the gap. And if we look at the onboarding here, so I just signed up. Yeah, it asks me what I'm studying for. This is totally fine. You can use those information to personalize the experience. I can select my location. This is a bit weird because I don't know yet what the tool can do for me, so I don't want to upgrade. I will probably always choose a free plan. And yeah, that's apparently it. So for me, it's a bit hard to understand what I should do in this tool. I would appreciate a proper onboarding, and that tells me, hey, you can upload a file here, you can organize your study tools there. But in the end, yeah, this is where you might get signups, but not activations. An activation is someone who does or who finishes the core action in your software, like they chat with AI 2 times or they upload their first invoice in an accounting tool. And if you miss an onboarding, probably having really low activation rate. So in the end, after those 5 checks, I prepare a small document with 3 key actions you can take to improve your website on your own. You don't have to work with us. You can do that yourself to actually improve signups, activation rate, and eventually also the success of your startup. UX audits like this are usually priced at least 2,000 euros, but at Grauberg, we offer that for just 49 euros. All you need to do is click on the link in the video description and you can book a UX audit yourself and get an in-depth analysis of your website and your product and how they work together.